I have great news for you NoobTube lovers out there. They got buffed. They got seriously buffed. I mentioned this in my sort of preliminary Season 2 Reloaded video, where now grenade launchers, instead of having a bunch of downsides, now they only minorly hurt your aim down sight speed, and I will say it is very minor. They actually help with one of the most important stats in the game now, and that is recoil stabilization. They don't do it the best, but it's giving you more accuracy and just a little bit slower aim down sight speed, but your aim walking movement speed and everything else is unaffected. Now if you're wondering, is there any specific tuning I should do to these noob tubes? I would say there's only one thing I would do. Tune your grenade launchers to have the max projectile velocity that they can, because that's just going to make the noob tube a lot more effective at taking out people at a distance, and you're just not going to have to lead as much and worry as much about whether or not the enemy is going to be there by the time the grenade is. So I would say tune for projectile velocity, everything else is up to you. Now I was using two really fun tactical themed loadouts. I was using the Blood and Guts, or I think Mud and Guts, TAC V. This comes in a bundle in the store that's pretty affordable. It puts the laser right on top, it looks really cool, has the cool messy wire look and the press button on the side. Then of course the grenade launcher on the Scar is a very cool design, the Hellscream 40mm. So I was running this, it was really fun. I was using a flip hollow hybrid sight here, and it was very versatile, very predictable, and you know, the TAC V is just an all-around incredibly satisfying weapon. And using it with this grenade launcher and, you know, these attachments, this variant even, but like that's not necessary. It was just very, very good looking and a lot of fun to use. The other weapon I was using was a sort of M16A3 style build. We got the heat shield carrier for the grenade launcher. We got the SPW 40mm. I was using the Oscar 9 ACOG with the little top mounted RMR. And this is pretty fun actually. I was enjoying this quite a bit. Surprisingly, or I should say unsurprisingly, the M4 with the 20-inch barrel absolutely does work, and I don't even have a muzzle on this at all. I had a laser for hip fire, I had the grenade launcher, I had the hybrid sight. It was just a nice versatile, easy to use build, and both of these builds were really effective. Unfortunately, the gameplay that I recorded with the M16 style build, that didn't work out very well. The Elgato software crashed, so I just grabbed my footage from my stream where I was using it, and this is me using it here. By the way, I live stream on this channel, and I don't always look like this. Sometimes I look even worse, so you should totally hit the bell icon and get notified when I go live. And all in all, NoobTubes work now, and I want to talk about this a little bit. Like, NoobTubes have a utility that I think has gone completely under the radar in the last several Call of Duty games. I think I can count the number of times I have died to a grenade launcher on one hand in this game. I think it's funny that people will use RPGs and launchers and they'll spam Simtexes around corners, but they will never put these on their guns. And now Infinity Ward has made these things pretty much a net benefit to your weapon to have it, because it just helps with recoil stabilization. It barely hurts your aim down sight speed. So there's not a lot of reason not to run it, and it's really fun to be able to chase somebody you injured around the corner with a noob tube. Instead of always throwing your stun, always throwing your frag or your Simtex or C4 around the corner, you have another option. Also, this thing is capable of, obviously, any Call of Duty player knows, instant killing anybody with a direct hit. And that means in close quarters, you have a one-shot shotgun shell, you could look at it that way, and then also at a distance, I believe, a direct hit, even if they have Bomb Squad. It's called Bomb Squad in this game. Even if they have that, it's going to kill them if it's a direct hit. So it's almost like the same logic of carrying a throwing knife with you. You have this little bit of extra utility in the sense that you can panic knife with it. In the right engagements, you can throw it for an insta-kill. That's what this is. You can use this for just an instant, easy, and kind of humiliating kill on your enemies. And you get 2 grenades now. When this game came out, you could only have 1. You now can have 2. You don't need to run anything to get 2. You just get 2 now by default. That's awesome. And if you want more, just run the ammo crate. The ammo crate will help you out with that. I would love it if the scavenger perk worked for grenades. That'd be awesome. Not like lethals and tacticals, but like noob tubes. But I guess that'd be a little annoying. But that's the thing though, right? Nobody's using these. Everybody's sleeping on them, and I feel bad for people that are sleeping on them because they're a great utility. You know, somebody's got a claymore around a corner, or they keep camping in the same area. You can just, you know, swap to your noob tube, pop the room, and then enter. and it's a lot better than like a Simtex, which they could see beeping on the floor, or a frag grenade that they might be able to throw back. It's not as clunky as an RPG or a Pila or another type of launcher. You can use it to burn out a trophy system before you start throwing your grenades in. You can, shoot 2 noob tubes into a doorway that has a trophy system behind it and use up 2 of the trophy system's things on the noob tube, and then throw a flash and then throw a frag. So you have a pretty wide arsenal. If you used, actually this is kind of scary if you think about it, if you had restock and the noob tube and double tactical, you would be able to rain hell inside of a building with drill charges and flashbangs or shock sticks and noob tubes. I wish we had more utility noob tubes like we did in Modern Warfare 2019, but the practicality of just being able to blow up a room in this game cannot be overstated. This Call of Duty, despite its issues, has some of the best anti-camper countermeasures, and by buffing the noob tube, they just gave you an extra one. Now, is the practicality always going to be there? No. Is that okay? Abso-fucking-lutely. Like, I absolutely love not worrying about practicality and instead just focusing on having that little, I don't know, twist in the match. Nobody else is using it. You're the only one that's using it. So when you kill somebody with it, that's gonna stand out. That's fun. I live for that kind of stuff. I don't know why. It's like using the throwing knife as a panic knife in this game constantly. It is so fun because you're like the only one doing it. And not only are you the only one that's gonna be doing it, it's actually more effective. So you're standing out, you have an effectiveness that other people are not going to have, you are buffing your weapon's recoil stabilization, as well as, and this can't be overstated, the swag value this provides to your weapon. I don't know who needs to hear this, but looks win games in Call of Duty, alright? When you love the way your gun looks, when you love how tactical you feel, you're gonna behave more confidently. It's like the game's version of an aphrodisiac, and you should absolutely take advantage of that. And, of course I'm kidding, but it is a cool attachment to run now, and I like that it's not just cool or kind of novelty. I actually think there's a really good argument to be made for its practicality, and if you don't use it, that's fine. If this video didn't change your mind, that's okay. I just feel like you're missing out, and I hate that for you. I really just wanted you to have a cool new attachment to run. That's why I made this video, and that's why I showed off the builds I showed off. But if you want to stick to your FTAC Rippers and your Merc foregrips, that's fine, I guess. The Commando foregrip's pretty good too. The Shark Fin's good for aiming stability. I just think that one camper in your match that's constantly hiding in the same room with claymores could really, be taught a lesson with a grenade launcher that you can just swap to and swap from incredibly quickly. But what do I know? I'm just some YouTuber. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. You're the commenter. You are why people come to these videos. These videos aren't about my opinion or my suggestions. They're about you and your opinion about my opinion. So everyone run down to the comment section and see what people that are smarter than me have to say about running the noob tube. See you when I see you. Goodbye.